looked like the towel started to come in. Now, Benvenuti saw it because he ran over there and literally kicked the towel out of the ring. Now, watch for it. I guess a little break up here on our picture. Do you have one? Yep. We've kind of lost our picture. But here, let's go back now. I think we have some information from Monaco if Howard is there in this wild confusion of the ring. Do we hear anything? Well, apparently he's still trying to get in there and wrestle his way toward it, but it was very obvious to all of us, and I'm sure to you at home, that Benvenuti was just incensed. He was beside himself. In fact, he was almost a man gone berserk when he saw the towel come in and went over to kick it out. Now, whether his handlers felt that that blow to the back of his head or the earlier blow had weakened him and didn't want him hurt further is simply a question that Howard's going to have to dig out for us.
Arthur, I want you to come with me. Nino, can you put this on my ear? Would you get out of the way, please? Nino, get out of the way. Ned, where are you? I've got Nino. All right, we're on in this bedlam. Nino, Bruno, would you turn around? Please, sir, please. Thank you. Nino, would you look at the American audience, please, on the camera?
Yes.
Why did Bruno throw the towel in?
Why, I don't know, because I'm fresh, I know, I'm not tired, I don't feel tired. I don't know why, because...
Were you really knocked down in the second round?
Yes, then knockout. They pushed me and they punched.
He punched you in the second round?
Yes.
Bruno Emmett.
No, only punch.
Bruno, why did you throw in the towel?
You don't speak English.
Non parla l'inglese.
Why did you throw in the towel? Why did you throw in the towel?
Perché l'ho visto, a mio parere, forse sbagliato, l'ho visto in molte condizioni.
What did he
Because
say?
Bruno loved me too much.
And
Bruno,
you felt it was wrong.
That's my good friend, Bruno. And I don't think about the manager. I think about the friend. And
Mrs. Benvenuti, as you can see, is in the ring and is terribly distraught, understandably, over what's happened to Nino tonight.
He's wrong.
It looked like the
You're wrong.
What?
It looked like the fight was on. He wasn't
All right. Mrs. Benvenuti is right here in front of me. In the meantime, Arthur McCanny, come over here to ringside, please. This is Arthur McCanny. Don't worry about the wires or the fact that my earpiece is broken. We'll play it right along. Please, sir, would you let us go to the American cameras? Arthur, I have never... Well, you tell me. What did you make of this whole scene?
It was incredible. I still don't believe what I saw. I don't believe he was hurt at all, and why his own camp threw the towel in is beyond me. In New York, that wouldn't be permitted. You know that, Howard.
I said it earlier at ringside that you can't do this. Nino said he was pushed down in the second round. You'll recall I looked at you. We didn't see a knockdown in the second
Not
round.
at all. It looked like a push to me, and it was a very unruly fight to start off with. It just seemed to be bedlam here, and I just don't understand it. He was perfectly... You just interviewed him, and he looked perfectly normal to me.
Well, I must say this. We have hardly been party, despite the colorful backdrop that we earlier established for you here in Monaco. We have hardly been party to one of the boxing classics of our time.
I'm only sorry that I wasn't in to referee it, because I would have disregarded the towel, really. It might have been a different fight.
I wish you had been in there refereeing. We'll be back here at ringside Louis II Stadium in Monaco in just one moment.
Thank you, Howard.
Don't go away. Bill Yerrick.
What happens inside your system to plain aspirin and Bufferin? This illustrates most of Bufferin with its extra speed is already going to your headache, when most of plain aspirin is still in your stomach. So with Bufferin, there's less to upset your stomach when there's more pain reliever going to your headache. Bufferin, faster to your headache, better for your stomach.
Looking so good, looking so fine.
control by Vitalis. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You're using drive control by Vitalis. The supernatural for natural hair.
Well, I'm standing here, as you know, with Arthur McCanny, the perfectly splendid American referee, who, like this reporter, can't believe that which we saw here tonight, which is inexplicable. Mrs. Benvenuti has left the ring with her husband, but even Mrs. Benvenuti was screaming about the fact that Vino's manager threw the towel in, and we still aren't sure, even under European rules, that you can stop a championship fight by throwing the towel in. Now, you might have been the referee in this bout. You're still not sure about that, are you, Arthur?
Well, when I arrived here, they said that Monzon's camp wanted an Argentine official as a referee. So they drew from a hat, and the Argentine official was the victor in the draw.
How did you score the first round, by the way?
I had the first round 5-4 for Benvenuti.
You had Benvenuti, the winner of the first.
That's right.
And the second round you gave to Monzon.
Monzon, that's right.
So you had the fight even going into the third.
That's right.
Incredible. We've seen a lot of things in boxing in our time. We remember Lewiston, Maine, and we remember a lot of other places, too. The crowd here is whistling. They're awaiting another preliminary, and they're whistling. Yes, we'll get out of this ring in a moment, sir. But they're whistling mainly because they still don't understand what happened either in the just concluded middleweight championship bout. Carlos Monzon, the winner in the third round, when Bruno Amadusi, Nino Benvenuti's manager, threw in the towel. Benvenuti had apparently been pushed down in the second round. Confirm what I'm saying. They called it a knockdown. Apparently he was pushed down again in the third round, apparently called a knockdown. And there it is.
And we still don't understand what went on. We can't believe what we saw.
Okay, let's go back to Bill Fleming in New York.
All right, thank you very much, Howard, and we hope to get an update on that, too.
Very, very close decision. Come to the super heavyweights, Teofilo Stevenson and Alex Garcia. Garcia is as much of a story as Teo Stevenson, having come from a background of shadows, and he certainly is at an opportune time in his young life where he can literally turn his life around, and he vows to do it. But he hasn't had a whole lot of experience, and he's going in against the man who has been a mountain for more than a decade in amateur boxing, Teofilo Stevenson.